Hey YouTube, hey Bold and the Beautiful fans, how can Brooke reunite with Ridge? This has always been a relationship of destiny, so are Brooke and Ridge destined to get back together? It wasn't too long ago too when Brooke made that vow that she and Ridge would be back together by Christmas. Brooke said to herself, I'm going to make this right, Ridge. By Christmas next year, we will be together. So how is Brooke going to make that happen? Well, let's talk about it. So first of all, why would Brooke want to even reunite with Ridge at this point? We have to ask the question. This isn't the first time Ridge has thought the worst of Brooke. Remember that CPS call several years ago? Ridge assumed that Brooke was the one who made that call, but it was actually Thomas who did that, using a voice recorder to imitate Brooke's voice. Brooke was confused and hurt as to why Ridge was so angry with her, and Ridge never even told Brooke why he was upset with her. Ridge never told Brooke it was because he thought that she had made the CPS call, so Brooke was confused about the whole thing. When the truth did come out, though, that it was Thomas who did all of this, Ridge and Brooke, eventually they ended up back together, but while Ridge and Brooke were apart, Ridge had turned to Taylor, and he was in Aspen with Taylor. So this has happened before, where Brooke and Ridge break up, usually over a misunderstanding, and then Ridge turns to Taylor. Now it's happening again, but this time it doesn't look like there's a misunderstanding. There's nothing to correct all of this, nothing to correct any kind of misunderstanding. Maybe because this time it's not so much about a misunderstanding, but about a difference of perspective, a difference of opinion. Because Ridge knows Brooke took the CEO position to help him, but Ridge doesn't care. He still feels betrayed. So unlike that CPS incident, this time there's no moment of truth, no big reveal, nothing to correct the situation to make Ridge realize he was wrong. Unless Zende comes forward and tells Ridge that Brooke told him about her plan, but it doesn't look like that would matter at this point anyway. Brooke has already explained to Ridge that she took the CEO position to try and use the position to convince Carter to give the company back to Ridge. Brooke is working on Ridge's behalf, but again, Ridge doesn't care. He already thinks the worst of Brooke, even after it was Brooke who went straight to Ridge when she found out about Carter and Hope's takeover plan. Brooke is being loyal to Ridge, but he's not being loyal to her, as he quickly now has turned to Taylor. So it doesn't look like Ridge is going to have this come to a realization moment that would change things between him and Brooke and get them back together. Ridge thinks of Brooke as a traitor, and he doesn't seem to care that Brooke's intention is to try and get the company back to him. So this could be the most difficult challenge Brooke has faced when it comes to winning Ridge back. How's she going to do it? Brooke seems hopelessly devoted to Ridge, even after he thinks the worst of her and turned to Taylor very quickly. And also after Ridge said some awful things about Brooke's daughter, Hope. It seemed like Brooke had had enough at one point and even stormed out on Ridge. It looked like Brooke was ready to move on, but that's not the case. Brooke is still willing to fight for Ridge. And Brooke's rivalry with Taylor is also a factor in this, but Brooke truly does love Ridge and wants a future with him, even after all of the turmoil. So at this point, how can Brooke reunite with Ridge? Well, one way Brooke can do this and get Ridge back is if Brooke moves on herself. If Brooke wants to get Ridge's attention, one great way to do that would be to get involved romantically with another man. Imagine if Brooke and Bill got back together. That would certainly get Ridge's attention that Brooke was moving on with Ridge's rival, Bill. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to bring Bill into this story, but I wish they would. No one aggravates Ridge better than Bill Spencer, and it would be easy to see Bill gloating to Ridge that Ridge lost Brooke. And what about Deacon? Ridge said some horrible things about Hope, Deacon's daughter, so where's Deacon to defend his daughter and confront Ridge? There's a great opportunity here for some great drama. But for Ridge, it doesn't look like there's any consequence to any of his behavior. Brooke is still loyal to him even after Ridge turned to Taylor, and Ridge doesn't have to face the wrath of any of the other characters. Brooke isn't moving on with anyone either, but what if she did? What if she did reunite with Bill? That would be great, and they do have plenty of romantic history, Brooke and Bill. And Deacon's not an option because he's happily married to Sheila. But there's also another option in this too, and that's Jack. If Jack and Lee don't get back together, then Jack is available. And this would be a new romantic opportunity for Brooke and Jack, and could create conflict with Steffi too. Steffi might not be happy that her husband's father is dating a Logan. So there's plenty of opportunity for drama there too. And Brooke dating Jack would bring Brooke into Ridge's orbit because Jack is Finn's father, and Jack dating Brooke would bring Brooke into that extended family. But going back to Bill, no one riles Ridge more than Dollar Bill Spencer. And Ridge always seems motivated to keep Brooke away from Bill. We've seen Ridge try and stop Brooke from marrying Bill in the past in Dubai. And all of that action that led to, right? Including Ridge's fall out of the helicopter into the water. So Ridge has risked a lot to get Brooke back himself. So maybe Bill would be that motivational factor that Ridge needs, so that Ridge can remember his destiny, that his destiny is with Brooke, that Brooke's the one he wants to be with. If Brooke wants to get Ridge back, maybe a relationship with Bill would do that. So what do you think? How is Brooke going to get Ridge back? Or is Ridge going to stay with Taylor? Are Ridge and Taylor meant to be? Ridge always does seem to go back to Brooke though, but this time it could be much more complicated for Brooke and Ridge, for Bridge to reunite. But one way Brooke could do that is if she moves on herself with a new relationship that could get Ridge's attention. So we'll see what's in store for Brooke and her love life in the near future, but we'll definitely keep an eye on all of this. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Keep it here for more updates. Watch The Bold and the Beautiful, CBS Daytime and Paramount Plus, and I'll see you in the next video.